What up, crew? Today we're going to be talking about my top favorite movies from 2016. Now, I have used IMDb on again, off again for quite a long time, since like at least 2012, and I've rated movies on there, a lot of different movies. So this may not be a full list of every 2016 movie I've ever watched. It is just a list from movies that I've rated on IMDb that are from 2016. It could be, it's just going to be really interesting. Some of these movies that I have narrowed down to my top 10 from 2016, I don't remember the movie, some of them very well. So my plan for this video is I'm going to talk about these movies from what I remember, which is very minimal for some of these. And then I'm going to go in and read the description of the movie, what its plot is, and then I'm going to watch a trailer on it, and then I'm going to discuss it more to see if that helps jog my memory. I thought it sounded like a kind of fun concept for a video, so you're going to have to subscribe to the channel and like this video and let me know in the comments if you like this format for a top 10 list. Because I'm going to be moving forward with older decades than just a decade ago of 2016 here in 2026. I'll go 20 years back and 30 years back, to the 90s and the 06s and, whatever. We'll see where it goes. So let me know what you think about this format, if it's a fun format or not. All right, so at number 10, I've got The Void. It says from the executive producer of The Witch, which The Witch is an incredible movie. But again, the executive producer, which executive producer, doesn't give a name. That's kind of funny. It just says Pure Cosmic Dread on the cover from Slash Film. Never heard of Slash Film. Got a man kind of worshipping a triangular tentacle altar. Kind of interesting. I semi-remember this movie, which is honestly really sad that I only semi-remember this movie, because I watched this like last year, maybe the year before that. I don't think it was 2025. 2024 is, I think, when I watched this film with a buddy of mine. And he wanted to show it to me. It sounded like a really fun kind of movie because it's a cosmic horror movie. So I remember that much about it, is that it's a cosmic horror movie. I kind of tentatively remember the end of it. I at least remember some visuals, but I don't have a good sense of the visuals. So this film I did rate an 8 out of 10. So I really enjoyed it. It might have been my experience watching it with a friend that I enjoyed the most about it, but it was just kind of a pretty cool, just deep cosmic horror movie. That's the best thing I remember about it. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna watch So let's check out what the description is. It says, shortly after delivering a patient to an understaffed hospital, a police officer experiences strange and violent occurrences seemingly linked to a group of mysterious hooded figures. That definitely sounds more familiar than what I described. Let me go ahead and watch the trailer. Okay, back from watching the trailer. Yeah, I remember this movie a lot more now. Definitely. Body horror, folk horror, monster horror, psychological horror, supernatural horror. A lot of different horror movies in the genres there. So they're like a police officer and some nurses and doctors and stuff are trapped in this hospital, and this cult starts appearing outside of the house or outside of the hospital, and just strange occurrences start to happen, or they're wanting to get in, and it's kind of like almost like The Strangers or something, one of those movies where people are trying to get into this building. And I I remember I was watching Planet Terror recently, and they're kind of in a hospital in that movie. And I was actually like, because I had seen Planet Terror before, and when I was watching it, I was getting some flashbacks of like them being trapped in a hospital, which does not happen in Planet Terror. This is the movie that I was thinking of them being trapped in the hospital. And so that's kind of really interesting there. I also remember, there's probably going to be some spoilers for this movie, spoilers for potentially all the movies on this list. So you've been warned if you're still continuing to watch. There is like a doctor or mad scientist doctor guy that like lives in the basement of this hospital or something along that lines, and he's the leader of the cult. That's why the cult's coming here, and they're trying to summon this, I don't know, cosmic horror entity, Cthulhu like entity. I'm not really sure. That's what a lot of cosmic horror kind of chalks back to, is Cthulhu and other deep horror like that. So I remember this movie. It was a lot of fun. It is a body horror. It has some crazy things going on. Again, I give this movie an 8 out of 10. Have you seen this movie, The Void? Is this something you want to see now that you haven't heard of? I know I hadn't heard of it until my buddy introduced it to me. So go ahead and give it a try. Okay, and at number 9, we've got Deadpool. It's been a long time since I've seen this movie. I probably saw this movie in 2016. It's a pretty fun movie. I definitely remember at the time liking Ryan Reynolds quite a bit. He was a fun kind of character. I remember him kind of pulling over from Van Wilder. That's kind of the days I remember Ryan Reynolds. And then he's kind of been Deadpool ever since. He's just blown up in the MCU, just being Deadpool. And I kind of think that's what he just mostly does anymore, is play Deadpool. This poster has him, it says, "Feel the Love Valentine's Day." So I guess this came out on Valentine's Day. This was like a movie that people went out on a date for Valentine's to, I guess. Valentine's Day is coming up this month. Maybe that's something I should check out again. I don't know. What do I remember about this movie? Hardly anything. I feel like one of the only scenes I remember from Deadpool in general is he's like on a roof or something, or some people are on a roof and he's on the ground, and they're doing some kind of attacks with weapons, grenades or guns, something. And that might even be from Deadpool 2. I'm not sure. I don't even know if I've seen Deadpool 2. But this is Deadpool. So with Deadpool, I gave it I gave it an 8 out of 10 on Deadpool. And gosh, I must have had fun with it. It says, a wisecracking mercenary gets experimented on and becomes immortal, yet hideously scarred, and sets out to track down the man who ruined his looks. I do remember that now, that he's scarred and deformed. That's why he covers his whole body. I would have not remembered that. Otherwise, I'm not like the biggest Marvel fan, although I know some things about Marvel. Played quite a bit of Marvel Rivals for a while. Let me watch the trailer. Okay, yeah, Deadpool. I definitely remember more now. He was in love. He's experimented on. He's immortal. Kind of, I mean, not totally similar, but samey-ish as Wolverine, where he's immortal too, or can have rapid healing attached to him, something like that. TJ Miller's in this, apparently. He was always kind of funny back in the day, like maybe 2016. And then it has Colossus in this as well. Don't remember Colossus being in it. And then some girl that in the trailer, she ran really fast, I think, or something like that. Still really don't remember the movie very well, but that's more than I remember. And I should mention, Deadpool breaks the fourth wall, as Deadpool always does. I believe even in the comics. I haven't read the comics. I'm not Don't quote me on that. Yeah, I gave this movie an 8 out of 10. What do you think? Is this one of your favorite superhero movies? I know a lot of people love Deadpool, think he's super cool, super fun. I was never super attached to the character of Deadpool. He's cool. Let's see what else there is. And at number 7, we've got Moana. Yeah, this poster of Moana here. I know The Rock plays Maui, it says here. Dwayne Johnson is Maui. I'm not going to say this lady's name right that plays Moana. Auli Cravalho. From the creators of Zootopia, a movie I've never seen, and Frozen, a movie I believe I've seen. It's Disney's Moana. I know that there's something about they have to go on a journey to the spirit of the sea, like find the spirit of the ocean, or like, I don't know, their island is maybe having some issues of some kind, and for some reason they have to go on a journey in the ocean, or maybe Moana's really attracted to the ocean, and they're like, you can't go to the ocean, it's dangerous, and she's like, well, I'm going to anyway, no matter what our society says. That's the best I got for Moana. My favorite Moana memory, though, is when I was visiting the ocean for the first time in my adult life in Oregon. My fiance was so excited to see the ocean. She was like, I'm just like Moana. So I liked that. That's my favorite memory. Let me read about it. In ancient Polynesia, when a terrible curse incurred by the demigod Maui reaches Moana's island, she answers the ocean's call to seek out Maui to set things right. I was kind of half right on the story, or tentatively right. I had the idea. I had the impression correct. Let me watch the trailer. Alright, so that looks pretty cute. It's been a long time since I watched that. Arguably since like 2016, maybe 2017, I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't remember a ton about the movie still. There's like a giant doomsday volcano lava monster coming to attack their island, and she finds Maui, Dwayne Johnson, who's apparently a shapeshifter, and the hero of men, he was clear to say, and they have to go, I don't know, to a monster realm through a tower. Fought some coconut pirates or something. Pirates that look like coconuts. It was in the trailer. That's what it showed me. Don't remember the movie very well. I remember liking this movie, though. I remember having a good time. I, again, gave it an 8 out of 10. I know they're coming out with a live action Moana movie coming up soon. I think this year in 2026. So maybe I should rewatch this one again. And then I think Dwayne Johnson plays Maui again in the 2026 live action Moana, which would make sense. That seems like a Dwayne Johnson move to do. What do you think? Is this one of your favorite ocean movies? One of my favorite ocean movies is probably, that I can remember, is The Abyss. Watched it not too long ago. It's pretty cool. I think it's Steven Spielberg. Don't quote me on that. Let's see what else we got. Okay, and in 7th place, we have Arrival. Amy Adams, Jeremy Renner. I can tell Jeremy Renner's face. He's also in Marvel. Forrest Whitaker. Love Forrest Whitaker. From the director of Sicario and Prisoners. 2 movies I don't think I've ever seen. Arrival. I remember this movie tentatively. Aliens, an alien ship or something. Aliens visit Earth, and they get language communication specialists to try to communicate to the aliens. And I really remember there's like this scene in it that, like, I don't know, they're in the spaceship, they're on like a ledge where they can talk to it, and they kind of figure out how to talk to it. The language specialist does. They're not writing in English. It's like, I think only in written form that they can communicate to it. Maybe. Let's read about it. Linguist Louise Banks leads a team of investigators when gigantic spaceships touch down around the world. As nations teeter on the verge of global war, Banks and her crew must find a way to communicate with extraterrestrial visitors. See, I kind of got that one right. I kind of knew some stuff about this movie. Another movie I give an 8 out of 10. I remember really thinking it was pretty impressive the way they kind of used the language model that they had developed for this movie. And I remember enjoying it, but it's been a long time since I've seen it. Let me watch the trailer. Okay, yeah, I was pretty close. Aliens visit the planet all around the world, not just in one location, and the linguist specialist goes to communicate to them. I still believe they use some form of symbolism language that she learns to communicate. I kind of remember they become friends. In the trailer, it said something about a weapon. Were they a threat? I don't remember that part. Maybe they were, maybe they weren't. Another movie I would actually be kind of interested in watching again, so I can find out and remember what happened in this movie. Because, man, I don't remember. It was pretty fun, though. An 8 out of 10. I definitely am going to go with that. I'm trying to think. What would be my favorite, like, alien-related movie? Oh, actually, I do know. That is The Fourth Kind. God, what a good movie The Fourth Kind is. That is definitely my favorite alien movie. Also horrifying. Arrival is not horrifying. Arrival is a good time. What did you think about Arrival? Have you seen this movie? Is this a movie that would be interesting for you to watch now in 2026? This kind of interesting 2016 movie with Jeremy Renner? Let me see what else we got. At number 6, we have Split. Okay, this is a movie that I really enjoyed. I've seen it 2 times, maybe 3 times, somewhere around there. Poster says Kevin has 23 distinct personalities. The 24th is about to be unleashed. A new thriller from M. Night Shyamalan. James McAvoy, that might be the guy on the cover, I'd assume. Split. Yeah, this is a fun movie. The main actor, probably James McAvoy, does a really good job with the multiple personalities. He's very distinct in his character in each different personality that he has. I don't really remember 23. I do remember him becoming kind of evil. So that's probably the 24th personality. He becomes like evil to murder some people that he's like kidnapped and put in his basement, something like that, or in a room. And I remember some of his personalities are kind of more sympathetic, which is pretty fun. Some of them are young, some of them are old. They're kind of all over the place. He does a really cool job at being the characters, the different characters. He even has different costumes, different dress styles for them. I remember that much. It's a really cool movie. This is a movie that I also rated an 8 out of 10. Other things I know about this movie, it is somewhere in the universe of Unbreakable, which I think is a old Bruce Willis movie, and then Glass, which I don't know if Glass came before or after this movie. I can't remember that. I hear disappointing things about Glass, and I've never seen Unbreakable. I only have seen Split. It says 3 girls are kidnapped by a man who with a diagnosed 23 distinct personalities. They must try to escape before the apparent emergence of a frightful new 24th personality. It doesn't say personality. I added that in there. Yeah, I definitely remember this. Anya Taylor-Joy. I can see her right here in the video. She was also in The Witch, which I talked about in number 10, The Void. So that's kind of interesting. Let me watch the trailer. Okay, that was kind of an interesting trailer because it had commentary from M. Night Shyamalan, the director of the movie. This is possibly one of M. Night Shyamalan's best movies. Did he do The Mist? I think he did that. Now that is an excellent movie. That would be his best if that's even him that did it. Yeah, the different personalities is like the kid personality. There's the lady personality. Those are two very distinct ones they show a lot. There's apparently like the Beast. That's the 24th developing personality that might be coming out in the movie. The girls kind of use the different personalities against each other. The girls that he kidnapped. After he kidnaps the girls, he gets in contact with his therapist. His therapist is kind of in play in the movie. It's a really good movie. I really enjoy this one. This is one I actually own digitally. Because I remember wanting to show it to my fiance, and I remember liking it a lot when I had watched it. And so I was like, let's just go ahead and buy this one. It's one we can watch again in the future, which is something I should do. I also want to watch Unbreakable. I want to watch Glass. I want to finish the universe that these are set in, even though I know the three different movies themselves are totally different from each other. I kind of want to just see what the universe builds out to. So, have you seen Split? Were you split on this movie? I liked it a lot, an 8 out of 10. I'm also easily entertained. So I rate a lot of movies between 7 and 9 most of the time. Let's see what else we got. Number 5, we've got Keanu from the visionary minds of Key and Peele. It's got both Keegan-Michael Key and Jordan Peele in it. Jordan Peele, very acclaimed in the modern world as a horror director. I think at the time when this came out in 2016, he wasn't quite that yet. Keanu says "Kitten Please" on the poster. It's got a gangsta-looking cat on their shoulders. God, I don't remember this movie at all. I want to be honest. I wouldn't even remembered it was a cat. I would have thought maybe it was that movie with the alien, where it's a comedy, kind of like a buddy comedy like this, but then there's an alien involved. But this one's got a cat. It's a comedy, I can tell you that much. I remember enjoying it a lot. It's at number 5 because, let me look, double check here. Yeah, I gave it a 9 out of 10. So it just had to be ranked higher than the movies I gave an 8 out of 10, obviously. I literally remember nothing about this movie, but I clearly liked it. It says, when the adorable kitten of a New Orleans crime kingpin suddenly enters the life of two cousins, they will have to go through tough gangs, pitiless hitmen, and ruthless drug dealers who all claim him to get him back. How hard can it be? Okay, so that's the plot of the movie, huh? They somehow stumble upon this kitten that belongs to a crime kingpin and they want to return him? Are they also like petty thugs, or they know about this crime kingpin? Are they thinking they're going to get rich or something? Like there's going to be big reward money? That I don't know. Let me watch the trailer. Okay, that movie looks freaking awesome. I remember nothing about it. Clearly, I read it. I had it backwards. I was reading it as they needed to get him, Keanu the cat, back to the crime kingpin. No. Jordan Peele's character gets broken up with. He's heartbroken. This baby kitten shows up on his porch. He adopts it. He names it Keanu. He loves it. For some reason, somebody breaks into his house and kidnaps it, gives it to this crime kingpin. They gotta go fighting, chase after it, get in all these dangerous situations to get Keanu the cat, who they love, back. Is it a CG cat? Probably. Is it a cute cat? Most definitely. The cat's kind of gangster when he gets kidnapped. At least, that's how it portrays it a little bit. Looks like a really fun movie, one I don't remember literally at all, and one I probably have to watch again because I liked it a lot, and it looks like I'd like it a lot. Have you seen Keanu? What's the movie I was talking about earlier? The one with the alien? The kind of buddy comedy with the alien? Don't remember the name. I know if I saw the name of it, I would know it, clearly. But you probably know the name better than me. Please tell me what that movie is. I need to remember. Have you seen Keanu? Is it a movie that you enjoyed? Do you like comedies? I love comedies. I miss comedy. They don't come out with nearly as many good comedies anymore. Last year, 2025, we did get The Naked Gun. Excellent comedy. Highly recommend with, why can't I remember? The dude from Taken, Liam Neeson. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, let me know. What do you think about Keanu? Let's see what else we got. Okay, at number 4, we have Captain Fantastic. I definitely watched this movie more recently than I watched Keanu, so I maybe have some memories about this one. It's tentatively a comedy, not really. I think I remember this movie being sad. Captain Fantastic has to do with, I believe from the poster, this dad that has a bunch of kids. Maybe he's sick and dying, or one of the kids are sick. Somehow some sickness is involved. I remember that. It says charmingly eccentric, sweet, and funny. Viggo Mortensen is terrific. That must be the dad. He prepared them for everything except the outside world. Yeah, because he's homeschooled them. I remember that. They live in like a bus, and he homeschools all his kids, and he's alone. He doesn't have his wife for some reason. Maybe the wife died. Maybe that's the sickness I'm thinking of. Let me read it. A widower who lives in the forest takes his 6 children into the outside world for the first time. That's all it says. I pretty much deduced that from the cover. I can see Steve Zahn here in the video. It says a widower, so that is probably where I get the sickness idea. The wife must have died, and he homeschooled his children. And then, I don't know, bad things happen, or they're not prepared for the world, so they have crazy antics happen to them, because it is a comedy. Let me watch the trailer. Okay, yeah, Captain Fantastic. It's definitely like got a lot of sadness involved in the story. The mom died. She was in the hospital. That's why he's alone. They're not homeschooled on a bus. They're homeschooled in like a little commune, him and his wife do. And then she gets hospitalized. She dies. Then the kids and him, they get in a bus and journey to the funeral. The parents of the wife don't like him, don't like the way they've been living, and refuse to let them go to the funeral. All the grandchildren and stuff. That's pretty rude to see their mom. So yeah, that's why they get in a van and decide to go travel to see him. They're not prepared for the outside world. They only learn things from books and from what they've been taught through history lessons and things of that nature. I remember liking this movie a lot. Again, another 9 out of 10. I had to rate it higher than Keanu because I remembered nothing about Keanu. And I tentatively remembered this, and I remember really liking it. It's very heartwarming. The grandparents file for custody over the children because they think that Viggo Mortensen's character, the main dad, is incompetent to be a dad, to raise these kids. The way he's raising them is barbaric and insane. It's off-grid. It's different from societal norms. So, it's definitely a part of why I liked the movie. It kind of subverts society, which I'm okay with, and it's just really an interesting, unique, kind of different story. Have you seen Captain Fantastic? Have you even heard of this movie? I think you should watch it. It's a good one. It's probably a good watch with the family. I haven't seen this in a while. Probably going to go on a list to watch again. Let me see what else I watched. And at number 3 of 2016 is Rogue One. a Star Wars story. I really enjoyed this movie. Now, I watched this movie pretty recently. That's a part of why it's so high up on my list. I had never seen it before. I watched it last year. The movie the TV series Andor was nominated in the Emmys or whatever. I ended up watching Andor. Andor is incredible. I mean, Andor is like really, really, really good. Best Star Wars intellectual property movie, show, whatever I've seen of all Star Wars. I'm not like the biggest Star Wars fan. It's fine. I like Star Wars good enough. But Andor is incredible. Like literally 10 out of 10. Highly recommend watching Andor. So anyway, Cassian Andor, the main guy in Rogue One, a Star Wars story. There's also a girl involved. Don't remember her name. I really only remember Cassian Andor because of the TV show Andor. He also has the robot K2, or I don't remember the robot's name. Kind of comes in towards the end of Andor, so not as dug deep in my memory. I do remember the story of Rogue One pretty good. There is some information. I believe it's information about the Death Star. It's like schematics, details, blueprints, something along those lines that the rebels have acquired. And so it's up to Cassian Andor and the gang in this movie to get this information. Or maybe Princess Leia or something has this information and is trying to get it to the rebels. Something along those lines. And they have to go on a journey to deliver it. That's the best I got. The Death Star's involved. Planets are destroyed at least at one point. It's a great movie. It's way more impactful if you've watched Andor, the TV show. If I watched this by myself, I'm honestly sure Keanu, Captain Fantastic, would have probably been higher on my list for me, but because there's all this backstory from Andor, it just hits a lot harder. Let me read this here. It says, in a time of conflict, a group of unlikely heroes band together on a mission to steal the plans of the Death Star, the Empire's ultimate weapon of destruction. That's what it is. They are stealing it to deliver it to the rebels. Something along those lines. I'm going to watch this trailer. Okay, yeah, Rogue One. It's a great movie. Kind of interesting. It came out in 2016. Also has Forrest Whitaker in it, who was, in Arrival as well, I believe. This is just a great action movie. It's not as deep as Andor is, the TV show. It's got, Donnie Yen in it, who's in the Ip Man movies, which Ip Man, that is another incredibly fantastic movie that I would highly recommend. Yeah, and then Jyn Erso. She's the main girl. And K2SO, that's the robot I was talking about. That was the name of it. Yeah, it's a really good movie. I just don't really know what all to say about it. It's just a good action Star Wars movie. But you really should watch Andor first to enjoy this on a deeper level. However, I'm sure many people would say otherwise. They would say, you need to watch this movie first because it came out before Andor did. What's really cool about a Rogue One is it ties everything together, like the in-between of the prequels, which are kind of the Star Wars movie I grew up with Darth Maul and young Anakin Skywalker. And then it ties that prequel trilogy in with the original trilogy from the 80s, which is Star Wars A New Hope, Episode 1. This is sectioned right in the middle of them and takes the information and just lets it carry over into making everything make sense and just deepens the world and deepens the story of the rebellion and whatnot that Star Wars talks about. Like I said, I like Star Wars. It's fine. Go watch Andor. Have you seen Andor? That's really my question for Rogue One. Have you seen Rogue One? Did you like Rogue One? I think it's good. I think it's a good movie. I gave it a 9 out of 10. Cool. At number 2, we have 10 Cloverfield Lane. I love this movie. Such a good movie. I loved the original Cloverfield. One of my favorite found footage movies at the time. Then they came out with a sequel in 2016, 10 Cloverfield Lane. Not found footage. Has the dad from Roseanne in it. He's pretty kooky. He's pretty crazy. He, kidnaps a girl and a guy, maybe. Kidnaps some people. They don't really know they're kidnapped because he psychologically manipulates them. They're down deep underground. You can see on the cover here, monsters come in many forms. That's where the psychological thriller comes in. It is in the Cloverfield universe where this massive alien creature comes to attack, or alien creatures attack the planet. He gets them down in a bunker to keep them safe. The guy who tentatively kind of kidnaps them, but he psychologically brainwashes them, going like, the earth is being destroyed. You can't even go out there. The air is poison. You'll die immediately if you go outside. We have to wait. We have to survive down here. Honestly, that's all I really remember about the movie, but I remember loving it. It was like total surprise, total shock out of left field compared to the original Cloverfield. I'm going to read it here. It says, a young woman is held in an underground bunker by a man who insists that a hostile event has left the surface of the earth uninhabitable. Basically what I explained in a much cleaner, more precise way to tell it, because I'm clearly not that precise. I kind of ramble. I gave this movie a 9 out of 10 as well. Absolutely love this movie. I'm going to be honest, this could be a 10 out of 10 movie for me. I need to watch it again. It's been a long time. Definitely in the past, I was way more like a kind of prude or a stiffler to giving things a 10. I'm a little more lenient now. It's got to connect with me really well. This one connects with me really well. Possibly a 10 out of 10. I'm going to watch the trailer. All right, that was an incredibly short trailer. Yeah, it's got the girl from Scott Pilgrim vs. the World in it. The girl with the purple hair. Let me see what her name is. Mary Elizabeth Winstead. I remember her. Yeah, John Goodman from Roseanne. He's in it. Again, it's just a psychological thriller. It's really good. Are aliens real? Do they exist? Is the world uninhabitable? That's just questions that this movie asks. And does it pay off in the end? That's the next question. I remember the ending of this one. I'm not going to tell it to you. You need to watch it for yourself because this is a really, really good movie. If you have seen this movie, what'd you think about it? Do you like 10 Cloverfield Lane? Do you like the original Cloverfield better? Have you seen the Cloverfield Paradox, the third entry in the series, which in my opinion, not very good. Been a long time since I've seen it though, so maybe it's better than I remember. Not really sure. Yeah, this is my number 2 movie from 2016. My number 1 movie is so good. Very excited to talk about that. So yeah, it's 10 Cloverfield Lane. I want to talk more about it, but there's just not much more to say about it. But you should really watch it. All right, and at number 1, it is Train to Busan. By far the number 1 movie from 2016, in my opinion. It's just so freaking good. It had me just boiling with excitement and adrenaline, some rage. It had my fiance and I yelling at the screen watching it. It is so freaking good. It's a zombie apocalypse movie. It says life or death, survival begins, Train to Busan. That's all it says. It's in a foreign language. I highly recommend personally to watch it in the foreign language and read the subtitles. They probably have an English dub of this movie. I don't know if that's true, but they probably do. It's a pretty popular movie, I do believe. Train to Busan is fantastic. The story is just gripping. It drives you. It's literally just them trying to escape a zombie apocalypse on a train. He's with his daughter or something, the guy is, and he's trying to get to the mom, I think, in Busan, I believe, to rescue her. while this outbreak is happening. I don't know. It's something like that. This movie is just, it's so peak though. There's a bad guy in it that he's kind of bad the whole time. And man, he just keeps winning, and it makes you so mad, and it's so good. Let me read this so I can describe it better. While a zombie virus breaks out in South Korea, passengers struggle to survive on the train from Seoul to Busan. Not a very descriptive telling of what the movie is about. I guess I need to watch the trailer. Man, this movie is freaking awesome. You just have to watch it. I just watched the trailer. It makes me want to watch it again. What is there to even say about this movie? It's just an action, foreign zombie movie that is just epic and thrilling and driven. Like, I don't really know what else to even say about it other than that you must watch this movie, especially if you like zombies. This kind of takes hold of like the scary, fast, mean zombies that kind of 28 days later introduced into the world that many zombie movies are like now. It's not the slow, meandering zombies. It is the fast, scary, horrifying, gonna rip you apart zombies in this. So that just makes it thrilling. I don't know. It's a thrilling movie. You really need to see it. Have you seen Train to Busan? What's your favorite zombie movie? I'm kind of interested. I don't know if I have a favorite zombie movie. There's a lot of good ones. Dawn of the Dead, I don't know, 2004 one somewhere in there is really good, where they're in the mall. Shaun of the Dead, incredible movie, comedy zombie. I guarantee you, 28 Days Later, really good movie that came out. Actually, I have a video review on this channel, 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple, the sequel to 28 Years Later, which is the third movie in the 28 Days Later franchise. That's an incredible zombie movie. Highly recommend. I'm not even really going to say that it's a zombie movie, but zombies are in the movie. It's amazing. It's totally unique. All right. I don't know what else to say about Train to Busan. I just need to know, what's your top 10 from 2016, if you can list that many? If not, just tell me your favorite movie from 2016 that you remember, you know? We're getting on our last decade swag, our 2016 era. Stuff I probably have, some of these movies I haven't even seen since a decade ago. That's why I barely remember them. I'm probably going to have to watch all these movies again. All right. Thank you for coming to this video and hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. If you made it this far into the video, please subscribe to the channel. Come hang out with me more. I'm going to do another top 10 video from 2006, so 20 years ago. 20 years ago is 2006. Now, I was still in high school at that point. And yeah, and then I'll go further back, 96. And I'll probably just do one each month going back until I run out of top 10, which honestly, after the 90s, I don't know if I have an 80s top 10 of 86. I don't even know if 90s I have enough rated. I'm going to have to find out. So did you like this format where I kind of talk about a movie before I even refresh my memory on it, and then refresh my memory on it, and then talk about it more? Is this an interesting way to do a top 10 list, or do I need to keep it more traditional and just say, here's my top 10. This is a movie. This is what it's about. Thank you. I just feel like that feels, like I said, more traditional, what a lot of movie reviewers and things would do. I don't even know how many people are going to watch this video, honestly. This 2016, good movies, my favorite movies from 2016 from 10 years ago. I got no clue how many people are going to watch. My top 10 from last year, 2025, that video that I have out on the channel, not doing the best. Maybe if you want to go check that out, you can too. I'm kind of just rambling on a little bit here, so that way when the videos pop up suggesting recommended videos to you at the end of this, it's not when I was talking about the top 10 of 2016, which I kind of am now, but you get what I'm saying. So again, really appreciate you stopping by the channel. And I just appreciate that you like movies, how I like movies. Let's talk about movies. See you soon.